I will say
You
in that voice
understand.
to like
I know.
make my
Passion for
He's
writing.
never
or
used
the
that.
I throw back, I just love catching them.
That's so weird.
Besides, I'm a good steward of God's creation.
And that means
I
kill
kill
the fish. Now when you
We
get
kill everything!
Okay, that is on.
We actually
I know.
caught, I think, the best fish, trout, that I've ever had.
Fish trout.
It's some kind of lake. I don't remember which one it was, but it was probably the best fish. Trout is probably the best fish I've ever had.
Like to eat?
Yes.
You had salmon?
I said,
Have you had orange roughy?
Yeah, catfish.
for me,
Catfish,
salmon
no.
always swim upstream.
Catfish.
salmon is awesome. I love
Yeah.
it. Especially when
It
you
doesn't
get
seem
the
right,
crab and
but
shrimp.
still.
Did I tell you I went fishing with my dad last weekend? Caught a bunch of northern. They think getting off because they're so slimy.
What?
Ugh.
I like when you get home and get the nice bass thumb.
One time.
You have a good day.
One time.
Okay, alright, here we go, six pigs.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do this.
When you hold a bass in its mouth, it's got kind of like a sandpaper mouth. So,
It just goes.
get a little sand.
This year.
What?
Like a cat.
Put your mouth in your hand.
No, cat tongues are like.
Oh, yeah, it's similar to that, sure. Yep.
I usually go.
Are we
No.
drinking?
I like to can. Alright.
Actually, maybe not. There was I don't know. Actually, I didn't.
I love fish.
Okay.
It gets more.
Oh no.
What?
Not bad. Quick fish.
No, that was the easy part. Now that we're at the harder part. Because you have to do sig figs, you have to identify sig figs before you can do these. And then once you know how to do sig figs, these are next. Alright, so we're good. We're great at identifying how many significant digits things have. Sweet. Okay? But that's only a small portion of it. The reason why we have to identify how many sig figs there are is because it's important when we do calculations with them. Okay, because part of the rules for doing calculations correctly has to do with identifying how many significant digits each thing has. Okay, now the addition-subtraction rule, believe it or not, does not have anything to do with number of sig figs. However, we don't do addition-subtraction in chemistry very often. It's more multiplication division. Okay, so I will go over addition-subtraction for this test, but we will not use addition-subtraction rule from here on out. But we will use the multiplication division rule because there's a lot of multiplication and division in chemistry, and we have to be able to write our answers to the correct number of significant digits so we are not adding to precision or taking away from precision, because that is unethical and that is wrong. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Can you like program your calculator to do something?
Probably, but then I would throw it away.
Oh.
All right, take a chainsaw and cut off your crutch.
What? Oh.
From America, they
Merrifield won't do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
He could make one. I'm not saying he would.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't like me. No.
Oh, don't even say that. You're already eating this class.
Yeah.
Where?
It's not like
Wait, you eat in his class too?
What?
She's every day in class besides Miss Stoker.
Lisa asked her yesterday if she weighed 250 pounds.
Yikes.
And I was like, what?
No, Isa.
All right, here we go. Here's the rule.
No.
No.
That's Trinity.
No, I was like,
What?
what?
She thought Isa asked Miss Stoker if she would.
No.
He did.
No.
No.
Okay, yeah, he would probably got stomped on. Okay, addition, subtraction rule, here it is.
Where did you hear Miss Stoker?
Hey, can we, Natalie Lane, I know your father.
I know you do.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I know you're fine.
Okay, addition, subtraction, here it is. Okay, when we do any kind of addition or subtraction math, we have to make sure our answers round to a correct number of precision so that we are not adding or getting rid of precision. Okay, because last time I checked, when you plug things in your calculator gives you like a really large decimal number, Tanner. You should know about that. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this numbers and plug them into your calculator and see what your calculator gives you.
22.8275. Thanks, Brevin, for letting other people find it. You're welcome, Ted. 8275.
Alright, that's what your calculator gives you.
2.0075.
Okay? Believe it or not, this number that we have been given is adding precision to our calculations. Okay, so here's how this works. It says round to the least precise decimal place. First and foremost, which of these two is more precise?
The 2.0075.
Alright, the one on the left. And how do you know this one's more precise?
It has more numbers.
More sig figs.
More numbers?
More numbers, sorry.
Well, it's not even sig figs.
No, it like has more decimal places.
More decimal places, because decimal places tells us precision, right? Because I could have a number like, and then something that's 4.73, which one's more precise? 4.73, because it's going to a more deeper level of precision. Okay, it gets to the smaller measurement. Now, just like I talked about yesterday, when we're doing sig figs, we need to go, if we have two measurements that have different precisions, we need to choose the least amount, not the greater amount. You're only as good as your weakest link, you're only as precise as your least precise measurement. So, if our least precise measurement is this, we're going to use this to tell us how we should write our answer. And what it is saying is we're going to round to the least precise decimal place. Well,
That would be 2.
this has 2 decimal places, this has 4, this is least precise. If it has 2 decimal places, we round our answer to 2 decimal places. The addition subtraction rule is the easier of the two.
Yeah, I remember that. I know it's not, oh, I got this. No, I got
Our answer, 22.8, round up, 3. Yes? Alright, I don't think I'm gonna spend too much more time. I want you guys to do these ones. Wow. This is review, so
To
we'll,
the least precise number. So,
what was that?
Like, it's always gonna be the hundreds, like, how do you know?
Well, you have to look, right? So in number 1, we've got 2 numbers. You're looking for which one has the least amount of decimal places. Okay, so in number 1, which one has the least number of
Okay,
decimal
so it's
places?
just, I get it now.
Remember, your calculator doesn't do precision. It can make it more precise, but believe it or not, it can make your number less precise, too. Not being good at this, you sure got done fast.
I shouldn't have.
Well, I'm saying, you said you weren't very good at it.
This is different than Sigfish.
This is a little bit different.
This isn't 5 rules that you have to remember. It's counting
Well,
decimal places and rounding.
it's more applying. The more you apply it, it comes. The more you do, and the more you practice things, you don't really necessarily have to memorize it. It just comes. At some point. Okay, give you a few more minutes to finish these ones up. We'll go over it. How you doing? Got it?
Hold on. I see now.
Oh,
Oh, you should be doing it on your. Where's your notepad? All of it's on there. You're supposed to. That's the point of the notepad. You guys realize that all this stuff is right in your notepad. You should start it into your notepad because that way, when you're studying, you have it right there. It's not on a random piece of paper laying around your house. What?
No, it's just that I took them out and just this morning, my teeth feel totally different from this morning.
You took your teeth out?
Well, my braces. Not my teeth.
Oh.
So
It's
my-
like you took your teeth out this morning?
But my
You had braces?
I do.
it's like Invisalign.
It's slimy, right?
You have braces or you did have braces?
Well, I did. I just took them out.
Retainer?
No, it's like Invisalign.
So a retainer?
Like
Oh,
invisible.
it's
Invisalign is basically.
My teeth feel
No,
totally
it's not.
different.
It's braces.
Okay, I got it.
A retainer keeps your teeth straight. Braces make your teeth straight.
So how can you put like a plastic thing on there?
They put little notches on his teeth.
And I took part of one off playing football in the pool with Andrew Gage, KJ Erickson.
Oh wow. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's start with Miss Lane. Number 1, what do you get?
The calculators or
The real one.
which is the sacred one?
Yes.
Exactly. 17.01 grams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. You might not get this.
Didn't round that.
Okay. What did you get?
17.0082.
Is that what the calculator gave you?
Yeah.
That, sir, is where you're wrong.
Okay. So let's review here. Let's look
I
at it.
understand what it is.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then did you get 2 right? Do you think, Tanner?
12.8.
What did you say?
You're at 12.8.
Is that right?
Yep.
7 years.
I guess I take that.
Units will dock you half a point for every unit you don't put on. So.
Oops, well,
Andrew said you took off 2 points off his test because you didn't do the degree sign.
No, the answer was wrong.
No, it was like, you took it off because the degree sign wasn't
Wrong answer, unless I. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Number 3. Let's see. Training.
46.4 meters. Meters.
Half point off for Mr. Kramer.
E-trays.
Ooh.
Alright, 4th one's probably the hardest one on here.
157.
Point zero.
I got
157.0.
Millimeter.
Because we
That's
needed
much
the least precise decimal place, which is 1 decimal place. Just because your calculator doesn't give you it, remember I said your calculator can either make it more precise or less precise. And technically, this was one where it made it less precise. Because your calculator says, why don't you get 0?
You know what? It'd be a lot
They made
easier
it
to understand if we just did it in mental math over on.
Calculator?
Is that what I got it off?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And which one?
Adding or subtracting them, you get like 156.8 for 989.
That was the hardest.
So if you round up to 157.
Oh, you need a double round.
Yeah.
So never mind, it gave you more precise, but because you had to double round it. I thought it just gave you 157 on the dot. Okay, never mind. Next one, who wants to try that one? Gage?
392.
Uh-huh.
4-0.
oh,
Not
Oh, you're right.
That's right.
Why 392?
But the first one doesn't have any decimals.
This has 1 decimal, this has 2 decimals, this has no decimals, so that would be the least precise, wouldn't it? So you would have to round, you can't get, when you're doing addition subtraction, you can't get any less precise than no decimal places.
You got mine.
milliliters.
Minus 2 points.
Ah,
-1.
how did I?
I got the decimal thing wrong, but I got 402.
Nice
So
milliliters.
I don't know what it did. So that's a point and a half, right? But okay, whatever.
If we're gonna get points off,
Because that's an essay question, so.
You see that? No.
I was taking a test, I would do it every time. I wanna like go take a college student class. I feel like
It looks so good.
not good. Okay. I was pretty good at that. Alright.
you should everything for like physical science.
All these people are reviewing it.
I need to give them one of my, Alright, guys, this is where we really need to focus. We need to focus on this one. Because this is the one where you have to actually round, and there's rounding where it really doesn't affect the number very much, and then there's rounding where it really affects the number. Okay? So, here's the multiplication rule. It says your final answer. Okay, so what you do to your calculator answer must have the same number of significant figures as your measurement that has the smallest number of significant figures. Okay, so in the previous addition subtraction, did we have to identify sig figs at all? No. But in this one, in order to do this correctly, we have to identify the sig figs of my measurement, and then we have to write an answer to a correct number of sig figs. So it's really sig figs twice. This one's a little bit more tricky, but it's not the first time you see it, so it should be a lot easier than when you were a freshman. And you're all,
Scientific notation.
you could do it in scientific notation, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what we would do. I want everybody to take these two numbers and multiply them together.
They're already in the notes.
They are?
Yeah. I just didn't know.
Can somebody at least give me the calculator answer so we know what it was? In the
Point 0030804.
No, it's
Point 0.0804.
I can't, there's too many numbers.
Point 08308.
Point zero what?
030804.
Oh, that's only 4 zeros.
Okay, so this is what the calculator gives us. So the first thing that we need to do, some of you, I don't want you going ahead. No, go ahead.
4, 5.
We need to identify how many sig figs this number has and how many sig figs this number has. You're not going to write this to the correct number if you don't identify sig figs on these right. So you see why sig figs is important? Good. So how many does this have?
6.
2.
2.
Ooh, I heard 3, 6, and 2.
Oh wait,
They can't all be right.
That's awkward. That's woo. That's really awkward. My bad. Woo. Whoa.
2 and 3.
Wow.
Okay. Good.
All right, Marty?
Yeah.
Guys, now we're only as precise as our least precise measurement, which this only has 2 sig figs. So I need to take this and show this number with how many sig figs? 2. Okay? So again, you're going to start writing the number left to right. When it's in the decimal form, it's way easier than when it's not. And I'll explain a little bit later. Okay? I'll start writing the number. 0.0, is that number significant?
No.
No, so I can't count it. What's next?
3.
Is that number significant?
Yes, sir.
Would this number be significant?
Yes.
Rounding or not rounding? Either way.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to round to a 1, and it's a gram squared would be my answer.
Oh, yeah. You didn't put squared in the notes.
What?
It does have that.
This isn't that difficult when it's in the decimal places. It gets more difficult when you're not in the decimals. We'll get to one. Let me see if I can find one. let's do, well, let's do this, yeah, let's do this fourth one. And I think my things up here might be different than what you do. Let's do this fourth one together. Okay, so I want you guys to take this, put it in your calculator. You do? Okay, I switched it then. Because that's not what I have on my copy. Because I didn't want to do a gram divided by a gram, because that's a unitless number.
There are like two different.
Wow, that's much. Oh, I don't know.
You can have that on addition,
That is
on
very
multiplication division, but not addition subtraction. Because this ends up being a mile per hour.
He's booking it.
He's booking it, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, what does the calculator give us? 6994.
869.
That's it?
One point 34537.
Alright, so that is a lot of sig figs, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay? So let's look at this. How many sig figs does this have?
One. Oh,
Four.
my bad.
How many does this have?
One.
Ooh. So we need to take all these numbers and only have one of them.
9.
So the answer is 9?
9,000.
It's not 9.
I meant round to 8 up.
Listen, this is where kids struggle. You know, when we were doing the decimal stuff, we just cut off the decimals we didn't need, right? But is there much difference between this and that? It's just rounded, right? But is this and this just a rounding thing? No. So we have to take this number and round it so that I can get the same rounded number, but only showing one sig fig. There are two ways of doing this. You can put it in scientific notation,
Or you can just write it out.
or you can write it out. Let's do both. I think scientific notation is easier. Okay? So we only want one sig fig, which means I need to round there. What would that round to?
9. Oh,
Wouldn't that round to 90,000?
That we're doing scientific notation.
9.02.
Okay? That is the same number just rounded, but with one sig fig. 9 would not be the same number.
Plus it's times 10.
Okay? But we can take it and put in scientific notation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Round. 9 times 10 to the 4. One sig fig?
Yep.
Are those two numbers the exact same number?
Yes.
Sir. What'd you say, Tanner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want you guys to do the remaining 4.
Ouch.
And what's the unit on this? Mile per hour?
Yep.
I hope so.
I checked last night.
If Morgan could like stop being sick so I could see the test, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Poor you.
Yeah. I need to know what I need to study for. She's actually hindering me.
She literally, like, people
But
got
she has no
everybody,
control.
everybody in the class gets such bad grades. She emailed everyone's parents.
Sure, kids.
Oh, like about the
My
bad
mom
grades?
said, my mom
Yeah.
said she got an email from.
Yeah, my parents got an email, but it wasn't about bad grades. It was just like, oh, my name's Miss Stoker. I'm from Honolulu.
That's a different email.
But it was like,
So you guys don't know what your grades are yet?
I got a 67,
Yeah.
but the average was a 40% or lower.
that's how you know you got
Or
that's
test.
something wrong.
Yeah, she
Something's
doesn't
wrong.
teach us stuff. She expects you to
No,
teach
no, what's
yourself.
wrong is the students.
No!
I agree with that.
But
Mister,
no,
I
I
guarantee
know.
you, Butch just teaching, we would be getting better.
Mr. Fisher.
That doesn't mean
She's
you're
a
learning
good
more.
teacher.
But then on the
Doesn't mean
test,
you're
No, you're not.
If you could actually succeed.
I have learned more about history in her class this, 2 weeks, than probably history I've ever learned.
Yeah.
I agree. Yes, her tests are going to be hard, so suck it up and get better.
Oh, I just need some care.
Yeah, so should you.
I learned my
Yeah, but
lesson,
then, like,
and I'm not complaining about it.
This is my general belief. The harder the teacher, the more the student learns.
No, but then like, we would like teach ourselves and stuff, like I understand.
What was that, Tanner?
Or you just start to tune them out eventually, so you can't understand what they're saying.
That's your own problem.
Like she expects us to learn ourselves, and like, I get that, okay, like she expects us.
You'd probably learn a lot better. if
But
you learned
then
it
like on the
yourself.
test, her essay questions, like, one of them, we didn't go over it all, it wasn't about like, you're supposed to.
Yeah, I do think there's a point where
Like, the one about the Genesis, whatever, like,
We talked about
we didn't, no,
What Genesis?
I wrote
The last
more on
one.
that
There were
than I
two.
did on the first.
There's not
we,
new one.
I did too, but
There were two essays?
both of them,
Yeah,
we
there were
didn't
two
really
essays.
talk over.
uh-oh.
Rest in peace, my
You didn't
life.
You didn't do it?
I didn't see it. What was it?
It was like, how did Genesis?
It was worth like 12
Yeah, it was like
points.
12 points.
Rest in peace.
Oh no!
I knew I was gonna do bad on that test. I felt like I got done with it so quick. That is so bad.
Yeah, it said paragraphs, like essay, but I only wrote.
What was the question?
Well, she
It
said
was like
Explain how
relate
Genesis.
influenced the Achaemenid Empire or something like that.
No.
No,
you're
it was
mixing
Genesis and Israel and
No, you're
how
right.
Israel affects Western culture.
Yeah.
Dude, we didn't even test on this test last year.
Rip.
Yeah, it was really.
Well, that's gonna be a C.
Well, so long may be multiple choice.
405?
Well,
Yeah.
we had multiple choice questions on the first 10, like
Oh,
true,
gosh,
false,
well, you
and
know, I-
short answer, but then the rest.
Yeah.
And she is not.
I feel like I got everything right except
Yeah,
the
it's
essay
What
so
about
questions.
you?
too
You're
easy,
in
but
for
I
all-
don't
No,
want,
that's
I
my
don't wanna
fault.
go.
I got everything right except the essay questions. Like I feel like I might have something.
Alright, we done?
But
Yeah.
if you get the essay questions
What was
wrong,
that?
it's minus 24 points.
Well, I don't think if you write one thing wrong, she's gonna dock you all.
That's what she did on the.
Alright, let's not talk about that class. We're done talking about that class because we're in this class and we'd like to do this.
Yeah,
Cool.
now I'm nervous. I felt.
Alright,
I thought they got a B plus. and
That's
then
it.
I got a D plus.
okay, let's do number one. Marty, you still working?
I'm on the last one.
1260 millimeters per.
There we go.
Oh, oops.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Awkward.
Oh, 0
Okay.
sig figs.
This has 4 sig figs, this has 3 sig figs, this answer needs to also have 3 sig figs, and does it?
Yeah. Do you want us to write it in bold or like scientific?
Either one's fine. Okay, so here's what you have to do. Remember, when you're not in a decimal place, you're rounding at the third significant digit here. You're not cutting off this 0. You're rounding. Very important. Okay? Brevin, what'd you get for number 2?
1.5 times 10 to the negative second.
That'll work.
Almost said negative 2.
4.0.
That would also be 0.015. Same thing. Cubic meter, or meter squared, excuse me. What? I just messed your day up.
No, my throat was already like hurting really bad, and like I have something in it. I keep on swallowing, like getting, I don't even know what it is.
Need a drink?
And I just feel worse. So it's just. Oh,
Bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay, you know what?
This is like the last breath.
Life goes on, right?
Before you
I know, it does.
go in.
Okay? Number 3. Rachel, help me out.
1.3 times 10
So some of you decided that putting it in scientific notation is easier.
13 million, right?
Because if you do the same thing
1,300,000.
for everything, it's just the consistency is easier.
Yep, or 13 million would also be the correct answer. Questions so far? Anybody? Shelby, you getting there? Okay. Quinlan? Gotten the right answer so far?
Yeah. Or like Eric's. Figure it out right away.
Oh, okay. Good. Tanner, you getting in? Okay. Natalie back there in the corner. Oh, Tyler? Okay, Marty? Get her?
Oh,
You're getting in?
oh yeah, I got it.
Okay, what's 5?
I got 0.58 meters a second. Or per second.
You may not get that one. Questions? Anybody? This one's harder. Okay? If you need any additional help, ouch. If you need any additional help, each period. I'm free. Now, this sick big worksheet that I'm about to give you, you have to look if it's addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. It's not one section's multiplication, division, and one section's addition, subtraction. You have to identify that.
I lost that one.
Because they don't.
Whoa!
All right, you guys are doing well. Keep it up. If you have any questions, you'll make my day if you come in.
It is cool sounding song.
Da 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 da.